Welcome back to News First. Well, the Liberation Day Parade is less than 10 days away, and it brings more than a celebration with food and floats. It's about honor and respect for history. One World War II Liberator is visiting the island, and PNC's Brittany Bell met with him today. She shares his story in tonight's segment on the Countdown to Liberation.
I was in the 81 millimeter mortar platoon.
And 3rd Battalion and 3rd Marine Unit it was that 89-year-old World War II Liberator Gene Bell served in. Guam Visitors Bureau brought in this honorable Marine to be acknowledged in this year's Liberation Day Parade for his service. And PNC had a chance to sit down with him to share his recollections of his first time on Guam back in the 1940s. That's 72 years ago.
17 years old, scared to death, you age in a hurry once you get in there and fight in the jungle. It's a big transition for you, especially we were all mostly young, 17, 18, 19.
Bell was a tender age as many of his fellow Marines, but he felt fortunate that although young, he was in the replacement battalion, which followed previous wounds and casualties.
I was the first in the first group of replacements that came in. That we replaced, the ones that had been wounded, and we were at Agana.
It's Agana, where the intersection meets with the main road leading up to Talafofo that our veteran says is the exact location where he helped tentatively secure the island with roadblocks as a part of their mission.
From our camp, we went out every day on patrols. A 7 or 8 man patrol looking for the enemy. That went on until October. Then we had the final big push. We started at one end of the island and we just swept the whole island. Took about 2 weeks beating through that jungle. With a machete beating that. That's how we had to get through that jungle. We all had machetes and we just made that big sweep. Went right down the north end of the island. When we got down there at the ocean, we went into the ocean.
After his time on Guam, Bell also went on to serve in Iwo Jima. He also shared the memory of his celebration back in the States when the USA had won the war.
The crowd had taken everything. It was a really, you couldn't believe the celebration of VJ Day,
And now Guam celebrates in honor of this servitude of World War II liberators like Gene Bell, who are still remembered when they returned to the island they set free.
We went to church in Santa Rita one Sunday. They put us in the front pews. And I was in the left pew alone, and next to me was a lady in a wheelchair. And she looked at me and she says, "You liberated me."
So this Liberation Day, wave in honor as we memorialize and salute all who serve for the freedom of our island. Brittany Bell, PNC.